campaigning to save it.
We're not going back. We are going to move forward. That's why I was elected.
The campaign's being driven by Republican plans to make the law the overriding issue of this fall's elections.
And we intend to ask every person running for federal office this fall, do you support repeal and replacement of Obamacare with real reforms, or are you for this very bad law?
Former New York Governor George Pataki's group is encouraged by polls that suggest opponents of the law still outnumber supporters by a wide enough margin that some pollsters think it could spark a political movement.
They don't like the legislation, they don't like the cost of it, but they also don't like the fact that this bill represents just a total rejection of concern about what voters think.
President Obama will make appearances timed to the start of benefits under the reform law, the first aimed at seniors, some of the strongest opponents of the law, and the country's most reliable voters. Days from now, the government will start sending subsidy checks to help close the gap in Medicare's prescription drug coverage.
Beginning this week, tens of thousands of seniors who fall into the donut hole, like Fran, will receive a $250 rebate check to help you cover the costs of your prescriptions.
The campaign will be backed by $125 million in private funds to try to build support for a law that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi found is still raising emotions.
You're throwing stuff. We need to leave.
Well, I am going to have, excuse me, I'm not leaving.
An audience member worried the new law would force her into a nursing home. Administration officials say from the start they've been fighting a misinformation campaign.
So our message to seniors today is pretty simple. If you have questions about the new law, and there may be lots of questions, please go to a trusted source.
Republicans, meanwhile, say the White House underestimates the cost and impact of the law.
Probably the most disturbing part of this is that it puts government in control of 1/6 of our economy.
But despite the amount of opposition to the reform law, pollsters say the chance of Republicans repealing it is slim.
Right now, the Democrats look like they would be able to hang on to majority control in the House. If that happens, repeal is going nowhere.
Rasmussen's poll also suggests stronger opposition to the law than anyone else's poll, so unless he's right and everyone else is wrong, the law's impact on the election may be less than even he predicts. Brett?